Thank you for stopping by, and if this is your first time here, thank you, you're welcome, and I hope you stick around. So you can do that by subscribing and just joining the growing family. And today I want to talk about sickle cell facts and fictions. Sickle cell is a genetic disorder, and if you've seen any of my videos or watched me before or have me on social media, you know that I suffer from the condition. I have SS, and and I've been affected since I was young, and yeah, it can get quite serious, quite bad, and I get ill frequently, and I've always wanted to just use those experiences and knowledge to kind of just help others, and help to raise awareness, create better understanding. And I am the CEO and founder of the Door Foundation, which is actually a charity that I set up for sickle cell support and youth development. So if you want to find out more, you can check out our website and the Door Foundation, and you can find out more. But today I basically want to talk about sickle cell facts, and then the fiction, because there's so many myths, there's so many misconceptions, so many things. It's all just jumbled up, so it's even difficult to be able to differentiate what is a fact and then what is just fiction, what is false. So and there are so many, and if I'm gonna go through all of them, we'll be here forever. So I'm just gonna go with the common ones that I've known of, or that I've experienced, or that I've heard of. So those are the ones we're gonna do. And the first one, what the way it's going to work, I want it to be like a little game. So I'm going to say the statement, and when I say it, you can either pause or so. You decide, or you can write down, you can comment down. When each statement comes, you decide whether you think is false or do you think is fact. So you choose, and then after that I will go on to tell you what it is. So yeah, you can get involved, you can write it down, you can pause the video, you can comment it down. So let's get started, and at the end I would love to know how many you got, or even the ones that you didn't get, which ones you found, you just finding out about now, or what you've heard, or if you know any other additional ones, feel free to get involved and yeah, comment down below. So the first statement is sickle cell is contagious. So for that, I'll have to say it's a big fiction, false. Sickle cell isn't contagious. Sickle cell is a genetic inherited condition, which means it's passed on through the genes. So it's passed on from your parents, just like the same way we get characteristics and things from our parents. Basically, that's how the sickle cell gene is passed on. I've got the videos that I will link that go more into details about sickle cell itself, and yes, I will link that, and also you can get information, of course, on the foundation website, as I said. So that's one of the things, because some people do think you can just catch it maybe through contact or airborne. No, if you are not born with it, you can never have it. It's only passed on through genes. So that is a false. And the second statement is sickle cell has no cure. And that is a fact. As far as we know now anyway, there isn't any one generic cure that is out there that can just cure all of us. There are different types of treatments to just help prolong, just kind of help you live somewhat of a normal life and prolong your life expectancy. So there are treatments to manage it, but so far as a cure, that works for everyone or whatever, no, not yet. But we're hoping and praying that, of course, in the future that will one day find a cure for it. But as for now, I will have to say yes, that is a fact. There is no cure. And then the next one is sickle cell can cause pain, severe pain, as well as complications, and that is a fact. Yeah, you can get severe pain episodes known as a crisis, and that can be basically any part of your body. It can be your joint. For me, mostly it's my joints, my back, lower abdomen. It can be literally anywhere. And besides the pain, you can also get other complications, like we are, prone to getting infections quite easily because our immune system is not that strong, and also because of the treatment and the way the condition affects us. Sometimes also you can get some other complications with maybe other organs or so that is a fact. And the next one is only black people can suffer from sickle cell. So what do you think? That is absolutely false. That is false. Actually, there are, yes, the majority of people with sickle cell are, from African descent, because of that's where malaria used to be a lot, and sickle cell came about as a way to try and protect the body from malaria, but then for a whole nother thing. But there are also other races that can be affected by sickle cell, and also there are various forms of sickle cell as well. That's what you need to know. And there are different types of sickle cell. There's also thalassemia, that can affect a lot of people as well, like Asians and things. So no, it's not just black people, but yes, a majority of sufferers are of African descendant. So yeah, then the next one, people with sickle cell cannot get malaria. That is not true. Actually, people with sickle cell can, but the only thing, those that are carriers that have the trait, they have basically reduced chances of getting like really bad malaria. But even as that, they too can still get it, but it's just that there's a lower percentage. But if you have the actual full sickle cell disease itself, you can still get malaria. And this is something I hear quite frequently. So please, if you are traveling, if you are somewhere where you want to travel to a tropical country that does have mosquitoes and stuff, please make sure you have anti-malaria treatment, and don't just go hoping that because you got sickle cell you're not gonna get it. You can. So please. And then the next one, sickle cell is a lifelong condition, and that is absolutely true. Especially as far as we know now, there is no cure. So at any point in your life, it continues. You can get complications, pain, and all of that throughout any period of your life. So it is lifelong. It doesn't mean it's always going to be really bad. There are times when it's not that bad, it gets better. And there are some people, sickle cell also affects everybody differently in terms of severity. There's some people that don't really get much complications or pains or painful episodes, but there are some that do. I'm one of those ones that I get crises quite frequently, but thankfully I don't get much of the other complications like organs and stuff. So it's different for everyone. So yeah, so definitely that's the fact. It is a lifelong, because as far as your life, there's no cure. It's still within you. So yes, that's fact. The next one is people with sickle cell don't live to old age. and that is not true. That is false. There are people that, you know, have gone way into old age that have sickle cell, that have been affected by sickle cell, and also over the years, because of improved treatment, things have changed so much, you know, in terms of life expectancy for somebody with sickle cell. Yes, there are a lot of people that may lose their battle young, but not everyone. There are some that do, and as I say, it affects everybody in so many different ways, and in terms of how severe it is different for everybody. So it does not mean you're not gonna, that person would live up to old age, and that's with what we have now. So down the line, with more treatment, the life expectancy is only gonna, you know, increase. So yeah, so that whole thing that people always say, you know, all people sick so, you know, pass away at a young age, is not the case for everyone. There are some that do, just like with any other condition. There are some that do, there's some that don't. So yeah. And sorry about cold. And then the next one is climate change. Climate, yeah, change. The climate can affect sickle cell, and that's true. Whether it's too cold or too hot, the thing with sickle cell, like, it can be triggered by cold weather. If it's very cold, it can trigger crisis. It can cause you to have like colds, and sometimes it can go from just a common cold to be something more serious. We are prone to getting things like chest infections as a result of that. And then when it's too hot as well, we are high risk of getting dehydrated, which can then also affect the circulation, which can then lead to a crisis. So yeah, whether it's too cold, it's too hot, it affects, it can trigger it. So that's why it's good to just take precautions. If it's too cold, to always make sure you keep warm and dress warm, and then when it's hot, to make sure you keep yourself hydrated and drink plenty. So yeah, so that is a fact. And then the next one is people with sickle cell cannot conceive naturally. That is absolutely false. That's a fiction, because if you've watched any of my videos, or if you have me on social media, then you know I'm a mother of twins, that are 2 years of age, and yes, they were conceived naturally. And I know many other people with sickle cell that have kids. So yes, as a result of all the complications that we go through, sometimes some people may struggle, but that's not the case for everybody. So that is definitely false. That's not true. Just like with every other person in the world, there's some that it's easier for them to conceive, and others that don't, and there are other factors that play into that, you know. So it's hard to just say it's because of that, because there may be other factors that play into that. But that isn't true, because I have twins that I conceive naturally. So, and I know many people with kids that have got sickle cell. And the next one is sickle cell sufferers don't get affected when they go past the age of 21, meaning they don't get sick after 21. And that statement is false. Like I said earlier, it's a lifelong condition. It can affect you at any period in your life. It can be when you're young, old, over 21, whatever the case may be. You are still at a risk of, you know, being affected. So that is definitely not true. It may get better, but again, it's different for everyone. So you cannot just generalize based on that. And the next statement is stress can trigger sickle cell, a sickle cell crisis. It can stress. That is definitely a fact. Stress is a big factor that can trigger our, our, especially pain, and which can lead to crisis. So most of the time you find that some people, like, we get more, most of the time you find out some people get sick more around like stressful periods of time, like maybe exams, or a lot of different things, even within life that even out of your control, that can cause you to be stressed, and which can then trigger a crisis. So, and it's very difficult to try and manage stress for anybody. So that one is a very difficult one, but stress can. So it is, I guess the best advice is to try and avoid getting too stressed, but life is stressful enough. So that is, I still have not conquered that yet, so I'm still working on that. So yeah, definitely that is a fact. And the next one, sickle cell patients don't get affected or get sick after childbirth. So which means after they have kids, they do not get sick any longer. So do you think that's a fiction or that's a fact? I guess based on what you've heard so far, you yourself would know that definitely that is false. You can, even if you've had that many kids, you've got sickle cell, there is still a chance of you getting unwell, complications, because as I said, it's a lifelong condition. So definitely that is not true. It may get better for whatever reason, and just as I say, there are different factors that can play into that as well. So that one is a tricky one, but no, it doesn't, you don't get instantly cured or just better instantly because you've had a child. Because that's something I've heard as well, and people do say that to me sometimes, but you've had kids, so shouldn't you be better by now? I wish, I hoped, I prayed, it will be, I'm sure, but yeah, so far I'm still getting affected. But everybody is different, as I said, it affects us all differently. And then last but not the least is, you can tell someone has sickle cell by their appearance. So when you look at them, you can tell they have sickle cell. So do you think that is a fiction? That is a fact, do you think? Well, I don't know. Looking at me right now, I don't know if you can tell I have sickle cell, but it's an unseen disability. You cannot just tell somebody is, has sickle cell just by their appearance. We all look differently, just like every other person in this world, and you cannot tell what somebody's going through inside based on the outside. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, as I'm doing this, I've been in pain throughout the day, and I'm still in pain, but you cannot see it, you can't see it, so you cannot make a judgment based on that. And it doesn't mean if that person, like somebody like me look like this and another person doesn't, it means that one is going through worse pain than me. No, we all deal with it differently, and it's different for everyone. So that is it, and I'll be interested to know how many you got spot on right, and also how many, if you did get any wrong ones, and what you've learned, whether that's been helpful in any way. I'll be very much interested to know. And if you know of any as well that you may want to share, you can do that. You can add that onto the comment below, and other people as well may learn from that, because there are many more. I'm so sorry, this call. There are many more. But thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry, a bit under the weather, but we got through at the end of the day. Please, once again, like, comment, share, and repost, and let's just raise the awareness, get the information out there. And that as well is just because by creating that better understanding within the community, they can all come together and work together towards better treatment for those affected, as well as their family, their loved ones. So I hope this has been helpful in any way, and if you do have any questions or anything, you can always just either comment or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to give you a response the best of my ability. My social media links are going to be below, as well as at the end credit as well. My email, social media links. So yeah, so stay connected. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day.